Today I'm making Savoy cabbage and potatoes with you. As a child, I hated this recipe even though my grandmother made it this way, and now I love it. Unfortunately, at the time I didn't know how to appreciate certain flavors. A bit like all kids, a bit like many teenagers. But I assure you that since I learned to appreciate it, since I grew up, I've been making it this way. It turns out to be a unique dish or a truly delicious side. Let's prepare this recipe together. Let's get started. So first of all, I clean the Savoy cabbage by removing some of the more damaged outer leaves, and here there are a few. Then I cut it in half. I make a nice cut and remove the core from the center of the stem. Okay, now I cut the leaves into thin strips. Be careful, it's clear that what I'm cutting and using is not a Savoy cabbage but a regular cabbage. Obviously in this recipe both are fine, also because cabbage is often commonly called smooth Savoy cabbage. After that, the last ones, I cut them like this. I put everything in a storage container. And I rinse it well under running water. Perfect. Now I peel the potatoes. Then I cut them into fairly large pieces. By the way, since so many of you are watching my videos, but not all of you have followed the page or the channel yet, I invite you, if you like, to do so. Right away. I rinse them under running water. Now I chop some onion, and in a nice old pan I add some extra virgin olive oil. I add the onion. And after letting it soften a bit, I add the potatoes. I let them absorb the flavor a bit. Then I add the Savoy cabbage. Don't worry if it looks like a lot because it will shrink down quite a bit, unfortunately. Then I add the tomato paste. I arrange it a bit. Then I add the salt. A little bit of pepper or chili pepper. Then I add the hot vegetable broth. Not too much. I cover and cook over medium-high heat for about 30 minutes. Okay. After about 30 minutes, I remove the lid and cook for another 6 to 7 minutes over medium-high heat so the broth can reduce a bit. Let me remind you during this short break that if you can't find one of my recipes, you can visit my blog carlogaiano.net. Okay, we're there, the potatoes are cooked, you can see here. Let's not cook them any further. Now I'll turn off the heat and plate them. Then I'll add a drizzle of oil. So let's see, just a bit. Just out of curiosity, do you eat it with a spoon or with a fork? Let me know in the comments below. Wow, in its simplicity, it's incredibly delicious. Try this recipe and let me know what you think in the comments below. For now, I'll say goodbye, and as usual, before I leave you, I want to wish you a good meal. Wow, you need a good amount of bread for this.